Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. This is tomorrow's transfers today. Number 3. Yes, numero. I was about to say uno. That's definitely not 3. Number 3, man. I'll stick to English. Anyway, it's number 3 of tomorrow's transfers today in the January transfer window. Now, I've just been chilling, watching a bit of the Full Time Devils podcast. Still need to get on that, by the way. But watching the podcast with Gaz, with Joe, and of course Uncle Webby as well. Make sure you go check it out. It was interesting, few interesting callers as well. Check it out after we are finished here on Full Time Devils and Facebook. Hope you guys are all doing well. We've got plenty to get through here on Full Time Devils tomorrow's transfers today in the next 10 to 15 minutes, as well as hitting up some of your comments as well. So keep it locked and keep your comments coming through. I'll try to get through as many as possible. Remember, make sure you're hitting that like button, and of course make sure you subscribe into Full Time Devils as well. We're very close to 400,000 and we're trying to hit 500k by the beginning of by the end of this season. By the end of this season, not the beginning of next season, by the end of this season. So anyway, let's get stuck into some tomorrow's transfers today, and the first one comes from Duncan Castles and his big, bold, shiny head. Yes, you know, the man that's usually clued up on Jose Mourinho's transfer rumours and dealings and all of Jose Mourinho's stuff. Duncan Castles writing in the Daily Record, which I think is a Scottish, it's a bit of Scottish, I think it is. But it's a website as well anyway, as well as a paper. And he's been reporting on 3 players that Manchester United are potentially interested in filling in that left-back spot. And it looks like that could be a spot that United are looking to invest in this summer. It's also something that's been rumoured by some of the trashy papers in England about Jose Mourinho and Manchester United's board of directors coming head-to-head over Danny Rose. But Duncan Castles is going in a different direction. He's saying Manchester United have a shortlist of Tierney from Celtic, the 20-year-old, Sessegnon from Fulham, the 17-year-old, and Sandro from Juventus. Now, Sandro from Juventus is Jose Mourinho's first choice, according to this article, with Tierney and Sessegnon being more economical options behind Sandro. Sandro available for apparently 70 million euros, which is a hell of a lot of money for a fullback. And with what Jose Mourinho was saying about fullbacks and about Manchester City spending 50 million on fullbacks, I don't think he was... I think, of course, he was making a point about Manchester City's spending, but I think he was more making a point to Manchester United's board about our spending and him probably wanting to buy Sandro, for example, or Danny Rose, whoever. But that could have been something in Jose Mourinho trying to speak through the press to the board, saying he wants more money. So if United are saying there's economical options there, they want to keep Luke Shaw and maybe get someone like Sessegnon and Tierney, it wouldn't surprise me at all. We've known our board to be, yes, we do spend, but we normally spend when we think money's going to come in on the other end. When there's big transfers for Lukaku, Pogba, we know there's going to be huge commercial deals with those signings, same with Zlatan, etc. So with a left back, if we sign Sandro or Danny Rose, they're not huge, lucrative commercial faces that we can use to make money back from them. So I don't think the club would be interested in spending 40 million plus on a fullback for that reason. And it could be something that does piss Jose Mourinho off a little bit. But I suppose it's something that he's either got to work out with the board or, of course, deal with. And if he's got to deal with it, Tierney, Sessegnon, Sandro are his options. But again, Sandro at 70 million, probably not going to happen. Tierney and Sessegnon are the other reported options. What do you guys think about that? Get your comments in on what you think about left backs. As for left backs, in my opinion, I think we should give Luke Shaw a chance and maybe sign someone like Sessegnon, who's 17 years old, played for Fulham, highly rated. He can play in a number of positions, and he's played at the Championship. Tierney's played in the SPL. I'm not too keen on someone that's been playing in the SPL, to be totally honest with you. Now, that's not to write the lad off completely, but Sessegnon's someone that's played in the Championship. I'd say the Championship's a higher level than the SPL. So that's what's going on with Duncan Castles. Guys, we're going to move on to a few other stories now. Make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. George says Sessegnon needs to learn the game. He did put a bigger comment, but I can't keep up with all of that. With the comments moving, Rohan says keep Shaw. Sign Sandro says Football Sunday. And Man United 1 says Mata, Herrera, Blind and Young have all signed new contracts. Now that is incorrect. None of those players have physically signed new contracts. The extensions that have been in various reports, and I'll go on to that story now. It wasn't the next one I was going to do, but I'll go on to it now. The extensions that those guys have apparently signed have always been in their contracts, and it's been something that a club could trigger. 1 year extensions for Herrera, Blind, Young and Mata. And in the papers today and in various outlets, they're saying that Manchester United have sent letters out to these players advising them that those clauses have been triggered and extended. Now that doesn't mean Herrera, Blind, Young and Mata are all going to stay on, sign new deals in the summer and stay on for another 3-4 years. Because of course United could just extend them in order to keep their value high and keep a hold of those players. So that's what's going on with various reports about Herrera, Blind, Young and Mata. It makes business sense from Manchester United. As for Danny Rose, now this is a very, very interesting article that's in the Express, and I'm glad I kept up with some serious stuff while I was going. But anyway, Danny Rose. Now listen to this one, guys. In the Express, Jose Mourinho has been told to sign Danny Rose by Shaka Hislop. Now some of you guys might not know who that is. He used to play for Trinidad and Tobago and West Ham. Shaka Hislop. Why the fuck is he giving Jose Mourinho transfer advice? And even if he has been asked in an interview, who should United sign? Why is it being picked up in newspapers? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's where Danny Rose has been linked with Manchester United today. Well, tomorrow in the Express. Tomorrow's transfers today. William says Danny Rose is 29. It'd be a waste of time. West Ham says, do I have any news on Fosu Mensah or Andres Pereira? No news there. I doubt either of them are going to return from their loan deals. I doubt it's going to happen. Christian's laughing at Shaka Hislop. Shaka who? Says A-Lang. You might want to Google it after we're finished here. And there's a few more comments coming through as well. Thank you very much for keeping those coming through. Someone else that has been linked with Manchester United in the papers is Mahrez. Now, where was this Mahrez one? It was in the Daily Star. Producer Chris, why have you sent me this, man? Anyway, Mahrez has been linked with Manchester United, and I know a lot of you guys will be happy with this one. Riyad Mahrez linked to Manchester United. You'll be buzzing with that one because I know a lot of you guys want him to come to Manchester United, and it would make sense. We need wingers. He's a very good wide player. But anyway, he has been recommended to Manchester United in the Daily Star by Shaka. This guy again, for fucks. Why does he keep why are so many papers picking up on this Shaka Hislop interview? What is going on there? Really? Shaka Hislop. Why does he keep coming up? Next thing, Daily Star and the Express will be doing articles on who Andy Tate wants United to sign. Because that's how much they are scraping the barrel at the moment. And I think Andy Tate is more of a weighty name when it comes to discussing Manchester United than Shaka fucking Hislop. But anyway, that's what's going on in the Daily Star. Oh, God's sake. Anyway, another player that's been linked to Manchester United, and this is one in premium sport that's been picked up by the MEN. Yes, this has been picked up by MEN. And Mkhitaryan is apparently not... Wait. I've moved on to the wrong one. Anyway, Rugani has been linked with Manchester United. Juventus' 23-year-old defender. Rugani has been linked with Manchester United. And it's come through an interview his agent has done with Premium Sport, an Italian outlet. And it's been picked up by the MEN, who are saying Rugani is a player that is wanted by Manchester United. But really, it's his agent angling for a move and trying to get his player a move away from Juventus. Now, I haven't watched Juventus much this season, but as far as I'm aware, Rugani isn't a player that plays much, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does want to look for a move, and he'd love to come to United, but maybe no thanks. Some of you might want him. Joel says Rugani is class. Football Sunday wants United to sign Dybala. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, moving on from that one onto something that's in Sky Italia and on Talk Sport. Oh, Mkhitaryan. And it looks like he's not moving, at least not moving to Inter Milan. Now, I have heard links with him to Atletico Madrid and, of course, Borussia Dortmund as well. But will that happen in January? I'm not too sure. With our need for wide players, now I know Mkhitaryan's not necessarily an out-and-out wide player, but he does play on that right side. He likes to drift into the middle, but he plays on that right side. With our lack of wide players, I doubt Jose Mourinho is going to let Mickey go. Not in January anyway. So that's what's going on there with Mkhitaryan at the moment in Sky Italia, and TalkSport are reporting on that one. So guys, we've had so many names today. Tierney, Sessegnon, Sandro, Rose, Mahrez, Regani, and of course Mkhitaryan as well. What will tomorrow bring? Actually, tomorrow won't bring tomorrow's transfers today. I don't think so anyway. Well, I'm not doing it. But we've got match day tomorrow, so we'll bring you match day content tomorrow. There's no tomorrow's transfers today, and of course what we did bring you today was the podcast on Full Time Devils, so make sure you go and check that out. And if producer Chris has done it, in the description below there should be a link for my new video on youtube.com/AdamMcCullough, where I reviewed 2017, so go and check that out. It's a little bit of a long one, so you might want to grab a cup of tea. Anyway, this has been tomorrow's transfers today. Shaka Hislop has dominated the headlines. It's going to be a long transfer window, isn't it? Anyway, I've been Adam McCullough. Make sure you subscribe into Full Time Devils. We're very, very close to 400,000 and we're trying to hit 500k by the end of this season. So go